SaySoRadio. What you say, who the hottest on the airwaves? SaySoRadio, shutting down the headset. Who provided the hottest topics on the streets? Got the market talking about it from the D on to the V. Pass the visuals round the table like a hot potato. Step to the mic and don't let it go. What you say so? Now give the credit where it's due. WLVS, ha, nothing but the truth. SaySoRadio, SaySoRadio, with Andre and Sky.
Welcome everybody to SaySoRadio with Andre and Sky. Sky is actually out today. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see the screen. Okay, there we go. Sky is actually out today doing a photo shoot, a video shoot. So I am here today, and our topic today is the journey of independent filmmakers. And I'm real excited today because one of my guests is someone who gave me my second gig, and he actually has me as one of the actresses on his roster. So, but just to give you a little bit today, I am an independent filmmaker as well now. And so I wrote my first, actually it's my second feature, and it's called Vengeance is Mine. And I'm excited. I think the flyer's over there somewhere. Vengeance is Mine. That's it, coming soon. Yes, it's an Andre Harris Productions, and it's about two sisters who had a haunted past, and their present was distorted and their future is uncertain. So that's the name of the movie is Vengeance is Mine, and I'm working with some of the dopest people in the West Coast, Central, and the East Coast. I'm working with the filmmakers of Magic Movie, Billy Ray Valentine and James Lett are actually coming from Chicago with Victor Gully from Upstage Theater and Taste of Theater. They're coming to DC to work with me. We're all friends. I met James Lett and his wife. I met James first at a Taste of Theater in Chicago. And then after that, I met his wife. And then I met other people. So they filmed the movie Magic. And they're doing really well with the streaming. Since COVID is here, it's not affecting a lot of people. It's not affecting us at all. So I am certified now as a safe set producer, meaning I'm able to film as long as my sets are safe and we follow all of the social distancing protocols with filmmakers and directors. Also, Nakia Dillard is directing the movie. It's amazing how our paths had crossed, and when we get into that, I'll tell you more about it. Could you show me that Magic flyer? Those Magic, the guy in the front and the guy on the end with the cap, James Lett III and Billy Ray Valentine are actually working, they're flying in with actresses and script supervisors and stuff like that to help produce the movie for me and do the production of it, filming and editing and things like that. I'm actually about to learn how to do post-production. James is walking me through a lot of pre-productions. Many of you know I've won major awards for short films, but I have now moved over into feature films, and so I'm excited about where this journey is going. There's a guy with a gray jacket on with a cap, and that's Nakia Dillard. He's actually going to be, my friend Nakia Dillard he's going to be directing this film. So I'm very happy about life and being an independent filmmaker. I realize a lot of things go into it, but when you come up with a team. And we're going to talk about that too, because this call is for those of you who are interested in filmmaking. This show are for those of you who are interested in acting and things like that, because everybody, my favorite motto is everybody had a beginning. I don't care what you do or where you go, everyone had a beginning. And sometimes we forget those humble beginnings, and it gives us that. Sometimes we get a little cocky and we can get a little arrogant because we forget how it was when we began. So we want to always remember when it all started. And so I'm going to take a good quick second break, and then I'm going to bring in this person who is an independent filmmaker and has his own production company, and he produces and distributes all of his own films. And he is one of my mentors. I always tell him, everybody know when I speak about him, I say he's young enough to be my son, but old enough in the industry to teach me some things. And I value his input. I value what he brings to the table. I value his grind. I value his hustle. And of course, you know, I say young enough to be my son, but you know, they're all older than me. So they keep me on my toes. So without further ado, I want to bring in Antoine Allen from
I'm here with you guys. How you doing?
How are you? We're gonna try to get you connected to our screen somehow. There he is. Look at that.
Hey.
Listen, you are just slim and trim. Look at you. Oh, I'm getting jealous. Oh my goodness. You're looking fabulous. So everybody all over the world, we have people, we have a lot of viewers from Sierra Leone and Uganda and Ghana that watches us faithfully. We also have people watching us from Nigeria, and also we have our Facebook fans, and we are streaming live at WLVS on Facebook. I want to say shout out to those of you that's on the West Coast. I see Arizona chimed in and California chimed in. But Antoine, thank you so much for being our guest on today. We have so much to talk about. We're going to talk about everything, and then I'm going to tell you my personal problem that I have.
Well, we can talk about anything. Finally, I'm on the show. I made it to be on the show.
So I want to, again, first welcome you here. And let's talk about our topic today is the journey of an independent filmmaker. You wasn't always doing film at first. So let's talk about Antoine Allen before all of this, before the hustle, before the grind. Antoine Allen, the kid growing up, where were you? How did you get to where you are right now, before now?
Well, thank you for having me on the show. Appreciate you. Appreciate your energy. Appreciate your heart. Thank you. You hear me okay?
I hear you very well.
Okay. So if someone told me this 10 years ago, I'd be this award-winning filmmaker, I probably would laugh in their face, because I grew up from Southside Jamaica, Queens, poor neighborhood, grew up in a trauma environment, and I started in the music business. I had a friend of mine that was in the music business. He said, Antoine, I need some help. At the time, I didn't know, like sometimes we all have gifts inside of us. We all have genes inside of us, but sometimes we don't get to live our purpose. Mm-hmm. So I got into the music business. I started working with up-and-coming artists from the neighborhood. I was really good at the business side of it. A lot of artists, now it's the same today, is they don't know how to read their contracts. So I had this gift of reading contracts, knowing the business that I never knew I had. So I started did that for a while. And if anybody has ever been in the music business, when you're dealing with artists, it's kind of like babysitting. And if that artist don't want to wake up in the morning or hate going through their own trauma, you stuck because you're the manager. Mm-hmm. So after I did that, I did some music videos. That was really well. But once again, dealing with artists and music videos, I had I had big ideas, and their music was kind of limiting me. So I did that for a while, learned the business, and it really taught me how to get into the film business. So I decided one day to do a short film. But before I did that, I contacted some people, and they was like, Antoine, I don't think you should do it. I don't think you never could be a filmmaker. If you don't go to film school or no connection, you can't be nothing. And for a while, that kind of bothered me, but then I had to realize that some people reflect their fear onto you, and you can't listen to certain people. So that's why I'll barely listen to anybody right now. But I did a short film, of course, Split Decision. It was a female boxing film, and it won tons of awards. That really validated myself to let me know that I gotta stop listening to the noise. It's so easy to listen to so much noise, but God is silent. You just gotta listen. So basically, I came from the trauma environment, got into the music business, and I got into the film business, and I never looked back, and it's a beautiful feeling.
Could you show us, I think I've put up there some of the films, because I want to talk about some of those films, because we're going to get to where we are today. So those are some of the films. Are we able to still have him up there? Are you able to see the films? No?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so we have Life's Too Short, Driving Force, Breakdown, Guilty, Control, Mama's Boy. These are all. So, go ahead, let's talk about those.
So after I did my first short film, Split Decision, certain people was telling me do more short films, and I was like, nah, we want to do a feature. But at the time, I didn't have the money to do Lola, the one we're going to get to later on. So I did Life Too Short. And Life Too Short is basically about what we're going to do now. We can't live life like a rehearsal because no one promised tomorrow. So I did that film. I put up all my money to shoot it. I won over 25 awards for Life Too Short, domestically and internationally. And I went on a film festival run, and it was amazing. Like I did a premiere in Spain. I never even been out the country. So you never know how far your talent can take you. And then I did Driving Force. Driving Force was a great, I premiered it on CBS Network. It's basically about a film about forgiveness. It's easy to go the wrong way, but forgiveness is more powerful. And then I think we had Breakdown. Breakdown is a wrestling film I did with my partner, John Torres. That won a few awards. Yeah, I just kept building my catalog because at the end of the day, most filmmakers don't own their IP. And you want to do those short films to basically, since I came from the music business, I treated my short films like mixtapes and I treated my features like an album. So, but yeah, I just use all those projects just to build my brand up and build my confidence up. I tell a lot of filmmakers, start building your own stuff. Yes, I know it's hard. Yes, I know it's fearful, but what's even harder is dying an old person for regret.
Wow.
To roll the dice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to view quite a few of them, and even your first horror short film, and it was amazing. But Driving Force was a really good movie. I enjoyed that. Of course, the one down there in the bottom, Mama's Boy. That's
Mama's Boy. Yes.
That's actually the second job you gave me. The first one was another TV series when I first met you in 2017. And
yes, I met you.
Yep, in 2017, November or something of 2017, and I came back in December to work with you. Maybe in September, October, but either way it goes, back in December, Mama's Boy. And I was looking on Maverick Films one day, and I saw my name as a nomination for Best Supporting Actress for Mama's Boy. I didn't win, but I was nominated. And I said, wow. And then I got a lot of where I am today from you. And that's why it's called The Journey of the Independent Filmmaker, because you always say you don't want to get old full of regret. And because I'm forever 25, I never want to be full of regret. And so when I came there, I got to see how you guys do everything. I got to meet Greg, and these are two of the guys that that are his partners that I work with when I'm there, who make sure that I am okay. It's crazy because I come all the way from DC and go there and work just like I was sleeping right there. with no problem, and they take good care of me. So Eugene and Greg, I have to give a shout out to them because they always show me nothing but love. And I think I got a picture of one of them is like in front of an award something, and somebody else, yep, that's Greg right there. That's Eugene.
That's Eugene.
That's Eugene right there.
That's my right hand guy.
Yep. And then Greg, that's Greg. And he's a young filmmaker. Like, he inspired me so much. This whole team inspires me. So I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Well, I got to get something special to you because you do something that actors actually really need to learn. So when I met you on a set of Illusions produced by Jensen and Tanya, I seen something in you that I felt like you was like an up-and-coming Viola Davis. You come from another state on time and ready to work. It's people that live around the block come late and they don't realize people see that. So when I saw that about you, that's the reason why I connected to you, because you're about your business.
Wow.
And a lot of actors actually learned this. Like, they don't realize that no one's giving y'all roles. The generation that came before us, they paid the way, but they locked the door.
Mm-hmm.
So someone like me, I'm always big on bigging people up, pulling people up, because I know that most people, like the people that we look up to, they did pay the way, but they closed the door.
Yeah.
So people like me got to fight in and get in, and I'm always good at pulling people up. So people need to learn from you. It doesn't matter where you come from. You could come on set from another state on time, 2 hours early, be ready prepared. That just show how professional you are and how dope you are as an actress. Wow. And only a talented person.
And I want to tell people that I was doing stage. I was writing stage plays. I got on the stage for the first time in 2015. And Trey Chaney saw me. He was like, Dre, you don't want to act for TV and film? I was like, no, I only get in there on the stage if somebody messes up. So I did like a YouTube film for a college at Howard University down the street. But you gave me my first real IMDb credit. My first real one. Tanya Thompson and Jacint gave me the first one because it was the Illusions. On the set of Illusions, I met Nakia Dillard, who is like my dear friend to this day. Then you gave me Mama's Boy, and you kept saying you could do this. And I'll never forget that day. I was crying and I was like, please stop, I can't. And you said, don't ever do that because I'm the director and I could see. I never knew it until you sent me the trailer. When you sent me that trailer, and I saw that, I could not believe it. I became infatuated with what goes on in filmmaking. And then you taught me, he is the founder of Validate Yourself Film Festival. And you taught me, don't wait, create. And I was so afraid to step out there. And then I made myself a vow that before I turn 56, I'm gonna do 3 short films. And before I turned 56, I did 3 short films. And not only did I do 3 short films, one of them I didn't circulate because the quality wasn't what I felt it should be to represent a brand named Andre Harris. I also don't want to look any kind of way. When I'm out there, I want to look, when you see it, you know it's me. Like we have a saying when I'm on set with you. See, when you were part of Antoine Allen Films, that's our line. When that's our line. And that short film from September to now, I've won over 19 awards internationally and nationally here. So I not only won for Best Debut Filmmaker, but I won for Best Actress, Best Screenplay, all like 19 awards for one 10-minute, 27-second film. And for my international movie, I won 9 or 12 awards. But that came from you saying, don't wait, create.
Yeah, most people don't reach their full potential, not because they're not talented, because like the fear and rejection stop them. The film industry is the most rejected industry ever. You get 100 no's before you get that one yes. But I tell people all the times, if you believe in yourself and just do one project, because it's like a hit record, all you need is one. so much stuff can happen. I did one 30-minute short film a few years ago, and it got me all the way here. So, but like I said, I understand. It's frightful, it's scary, but you know, if you really want this, you won't have to get that comfort zone. And I had to get that comfort zone because a lot of people don't know this about me. I'm an introvert. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, I had to realize that I only could be my own cheerleader. No one's going to represent me like I can represent myself. So I can wait, beg a seat for a table. Because when I hear people be like, you know, I waited 30 years, put my work in. Mm-hmm. But I really hear that you waited for someone to validate you for 30 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So time don't lie. The year's going to pass regardless. So if you can find that courage and find a mentor. A lot of mentors are hard to find because a lot of them are just not really mentors. But find someone that you could believe in. And then also, too, a lot of actors, get yourself out the way. A lot of times, it's us the why we're not in the position we are. You got to let yourself go and just get yourself out the way and control your emotions. A lot of people let their emotions control them. Yes. And then you wind up not having nothing. Right. So just, you know, trust the process. Get yourself out the way. Stop. It's you why you're not in this situation. You know, I noticed that was my problem.
I was going through a situation, even with the film. I just wrote, it's crazy because you're right about this industry. You know, going to these auditions and they want this certain look or that certain look. And I took a lot of things that I do today from you. I give people opportunities now. And people say, I've never acted before, but I always wanted to. And I believe that there's something that they got. And yesterday I met with a young lady and we sat in the IHOP. And when she read them lines for the first time in her life looking at a script, she read them lines and broke that crying down. I was like, oh my God, I smacked the table. I said, that's what I want right there. And she's like, I'm blessed because nobody gave me this opportunity. But I learned that from you. Because you gave me opportunities. If anybody goes on my Facebook page, it says employed with Antoine Allen Films. I am actually an actress on your roster, and nobody's gonna put me out. So, yeah. and you taught me to have confidence in me. And something happened to me. I always sometimes get so teary-eyed when I think about this because I had wrote a film. And you were so blatant with me. You said the first movie I did, the show Social Worker, you said I don't like it. Real simple. And you told me why. And you said, you know what? And you need to start putting yourself in certain things. Why are you doing this? You're going to put your money out and give it to other people? It's like, okay, you know. And this could be this, and this could be that, and this could be this, and this could be that. But guess what it did? It molded me. It molded me into the writer I am today. Till my very first feature, I called you and told you about it. I sent it to you, and you had me biting my nails. My nails need to get done all over again. I couldn't move. I was sitting there like, damn, he ain't never take this long to call me back. One person called back and asked me about the relationship with this, that, and the other in the film. I said, okay, I was half asleep when I did that, but I could fix that. I was still waiting on you. You were the last one to call me. So when you called, I just sat there and I was like, okay. I grabbed my pad and I grabbed my pen. And you said, this is a good film.
And the reason why I said that because the first trip you sent me, it wasn't you. You was holding back. This feature, you put that pain in it. You didn't let nothing back. And that's why I tell people, let yourself go. Don't hold yourself back. You gotta be your own cheerleader. And that's where I'm not happy I could do this because I tell people, each one teach one. God bless me. God made me special. A lot of things that I'm learning, I didn't have no one mentor. There's things that I do that I'm like, I only can say it's God, but you have the talent. But you gotta get away from those little people, those peasants. Yeah. Those people, those devils will try to tear you apart. That's why you gotta be around your own tribe.
And it's so amazing because my circle now is like a dot. It's some things I had shared with you when I first started this journey. It was always somebody with me all the time, and now it's just me. And I wrote like 3 movies in 1 month, and I just got hired to write for someone. It's so much freedom, but I learned that coming up there, watching your script. Nakia called me last night and said, okay, get out of the writer and get out of the actress and get into producer. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, go in there and go back over that script and take out things that don't need. This is another script that I wrote that we're filming called Vengeance is Mine. And he said, go back in there and take out what don't need to be there and do this and do that and the other. And guess what? It worked. Because I started removing myself. And you had a movie that you casted me for. And I was coming out of a, I'm going to be rescuing my daughter, I believe it's a short film, Mother's Love. Mm-hmm. That was, you see certain things, you plant certain seeds in my head. Okay? And so you planted that seed in my head to push yourself, Andre. So the movie, this movie that I just wrote, I'm a crazy bitch. And I've always been like the nice mother and you're gonna be fine. And he did this. But this, when you planted that seed from Mother's Love, I'm thinking, I can do this. Push yourself. Get out of the 5, 6, 7 kids you're around all day and the nurturer. Get into the craft. And you told me too, acting alone is not going to get it. And that taught me something. And so for you actors, you said it. Come on, talk to us about that.
I'm just glad that you listen, because I tell this to a lot of people, they don't listen. So I'm happy that you one out of a few that listen. And I tell people, I don't know everything, but I know enough to get you to the next level of your life. And I'm happy that you listen. I'm happy that people see how talented you are. I'm happy that you and Nakia are working together, because Nakia is another amazing person. And y'all can really start something in your community and show people that, listen, those days of waiting at the table, waiting for those casting directors that don't want to cast dark-skinned actress or dark-skinned actresses because of the light. Like, I know this stuff. I know why some casting directors don't want to cast dark-skinned people. That's why I made sure Life Too Short was dark-skinned chocolate to the max, because those casting directors and those states, they, that's, like I said, it's their table. They do what they want. And so we gotta stop begging.
Let's talk about your film festival, the Validate Yourself Film Festival. Talk about that.
Well, this be the first time you hear it. So Validate Yourself Film Festival, I started because I was going to those festivals and I wasn't seeing my people. So I did it for 3 years, successful 3 years. This year was supposed to be the 4th year, but because of COVID, that's not happening. But this is the first time I mentioned this, but Validate is going to be no more because what's going on, and next year is not going to happen because this virus is not a one-time thing. It's going to be a while. So I decided to dissolve Validate Yourself Film Festival and start Validate Yourself Management, because we don't need another festival. We need management. We need guidance. So next year, I would start Validate Yourself Management, and I would take actors, I would take you under the belt, under management, and guide the career. And that's what I'm really good at. So Validate Yourself Management will be next year, 2021.
So for all of you actors and people that are watching, Validate Yourself Management is coming up in 2021, and they will be taking actors and producers and filmmakers and guiding you in your career, okay?
Yeah.
So, yes. Now, to the feature film, Lola. Could you find that picture up there? He wearing that T-shirt. Lola, first of all, there it is. That's Taja V. Simpson. Happy belated birthday. She just had a birthday. Let's talk about Lola.
Yeah, Lola was a very faith-tested journey. So when I first did Lola, with my other co-writer, Julian, I started with her. And then I brought Gray DeCosta in to come in as a writer. But originally, I did what people usually do. Package the script up, try and get people to fund it, be a part of it. I got the 100 no's. No one really believed in it. Okay, that's fine. That's nothing you have to learn. Just because someone don't believe in your vision, don't get mad. It's your vision. That's why they can't see it. So I decided to go into my bank account, fund most of the movie myself. And then I reached out to some other people that helped me, different producers that helped me raise some money to do the film. So I did the film, is actually a series. This is part one. I'm actually doing 5 of them. When it comes to casting Lola, I did a casting call on Instagram, and Taja V. Simpson, she submitted. The first time she submitted, I rejected her because it was just something was connecting. So the year that I was doing the casting for it, I also was having WLVS Film Festival. Funny story is, the short film that won Best Short Film was starring Taja. I didn't recognize the two because her acting ability in the short film was amazing. It was produced by Bella. I forgot Bella's last name, but and I forgot the short film. Sorry, but
Intercept.
She did an amazing job in the. What is it called?
Intercept.
Yes, Intercept. Yes, it was produced by Bella, and it was an amazing short film. And won at my festival. When I saw that, I was like, wow. That's why another thing. Sometimes, as an actor, you want to pick your roles, because if I'd never seen that short film, I probably would never cast it. So pick your roles wisely, because if you're playing the same type of role, a casting director or director like me might bypass you only because the role didn't connect to me, and I couldn't see how strong she is. So when I cast her for this film, she took it to a whole different level. Like she was so good that when she came on set, I didn't have to direct her. She was in this role like 200%. And we did it. We shot it. Came out amazing. Shot in 11 days. My rock star cinematographer, Christopher Fox, was a great help.
Chris Fox.
My partner Eugene, great. It was just an amazing project. And then before COVID hit, we did this nice premiere in Manhattan in Times Square. Sold it out, 300 people at AMC Movie Theater. And then COVID hit, and now we in slow motion. And then the next few months, I can't announce it now, but the next few weeks rather, I'll make a big announcement. Something's going on with Lola. But right now, Lola is getting some rave review press. The press is loving it. A lot of reviews on Lola. And next summer, we'll be shooting part 2.
Yep. And there, do you see I think we put a Lola 2 up there already. They have, I was online, and there are so many reviews all over the internet about Lola. And in fact, this guy, DG Afolabi, I think he's in Africa that wrote this. He's in Africa that wrote this this about Lola, incredible story of struggle, self-discovery, triumph over challenges. And they just talk about you and talk about the people and talk about Nakia being her father, but they never mention her mother. I was looking for her mother.
I just send the movie. I just send the movie. Everybody amazing.
But you know what's amazing? Taja, I follow her and I follow her career because you're right. She was on that set, and I never forget when I was sitting in the car one night. I don't know where I was coming from, and you said, "I'm getting ready to film Lola." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, so what do you want me to do?" He said, "I don't know. I'll probably have you in the ring." He said, "So start watching some boxing movies, and so you can just learn how to talk to her in the ring and all this stuff." I said, "Okay." Because you know me, if Antoine's doing something, I got studio guests. If Antoine's doing something, I'm coming to New York. If I got to leave about 1 a.m. and just be sitting outside a 24-hour restaurant at 5, I'll be there. And so I said, okay, that's what I'll do. And so I was filming the movie in 2019, February of 2019. I was filming my movie Vita. And he texts me, and I said, I'm filming, but I'll call you right back. And you said to me, I still got the text on my phone, I got a major project for you. I was like, oh, okay. And so when I called you, you said, I was sitting up here getting ready to audition all these people. And I thought about it. I was calling Andrea because she'll do it. That's the exact word. And I was like, do what? Taja V. Simpson's going to be Lola, and you're going to play her mother, and the kid is going to play her father. I said, well, me and the kid get along. Me and the kid met on your set, and we're like very close friends, thick as thieves. And he helps me with my acting, and he just helps me with everything. And I said, well, that's cool. I know the kid, we can work together. But when I hung up, I just bawled in tears. I cried so hard that people thought that it was a death phone call or something. Because I was excited, because I was like, you'll see these people on TV and, you see these things and stuff like that, and never in your entire life. I am blessed by association. And I tell people all the time, sometimes you're blessed by association. When I was watching The Oval the other night, my daughter came in the room and she said, "Mommy, ain't that Lola?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Ain't that the girl on your Facebook page that you was her mother in the movie?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, I thought I saw her on That's So Raven." I said, "You did." And then when they saw the guy that was on the movie that we did first, Illusions, because he's also on there. And so my 20-year-old said, "Mommy, wasn't that the guy that you said that was at the first the first show you ever did in New York?" I said, "Yeah." "Wasn't he your son-in-law?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, they both on the Oval?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Wow, you really got to work with these people." I said, "I was blessed by association." And sometimes it's also humbling yourself, being in the right place at the right time with the right attitude. And so
you gotta have, yeah.
And you always ask me about people's attitudes and because you feed off of energy. And the good thing that I love about working with you is that I'm like a sponge when I'm on your set. I'm like a sponge. And April said to me one day, because she did my makeup for the award-winning movie Backwards, and I called you and I said, "Hey, I'm asking April to do this." And it's not that I need your permission, but it's because we're all in a network together. It's just important that we all know that we're working, because I would have never known her had she never did my makeup for me, for you. So if these connections are made, it's not like I went and did them myself. I met some of these people through you. So it's only fair to say, "Hey, I want to bring so-and-so on here and do this." And you said to me, "She's great. That's a great choice. He's good. That's a great choice." Because you've been in this business long enough, and if somebody don't have the right energy and I met them on your set, I need to know.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you picking your cast and your crew, one person could damage. You could have a beautiful dream of this project, and one person can make it a nightmare. That's why I get rid of people real quick, because this you gotta really protect your set, because what happens is I hear a lot of horror stories. You cast a crew, get everything together, and it's fighting, it's bickering because you did not listen to yourself and pick the right people. So when you're building your team, pick the right people. It takes one cancer to ruin a whole set. I'm quick to
and I write,
get rid of everybody.
You know what I do now? I write with the person I have in mind that's going to play the role. I write with the person I have in mind. If I see them and I know that this can happen, I write for that person and I pick them. And then and I like doing that, but I learned that from coming up there. I learned how to I don't have to go this way. I could do it this way and it still give me the same results. I learned that. It's just amazing. And now let me just tell everybody that's watching, he is ranked 5 out of the top 100 independent filmmakers in the world. And there is a book. I think I put the book up. It looks like a movie, like a mountain or something. But there is a book, part 1. The top 100 indie filmmakers in the world, part 1. Antoine Allen is in that book.
Yeah, so that was a cool highlight in my career. Dale Weston, he's another great guy out of LA. He runs this film festival called Action on Films. Anybody want to submit? I think they open now for submissions.
Okay.
So now they're in Vegas. So they was in LA, but now they're in Vegas. So he did this book called The Top 100 Indie Filmmakers of the World that he came across in his lifetime, and he put me on the list, and I was number 5. And when he put me at number 5, I was a little bit confused because at the time I only done maybe 2 films. But then I had to realize it was because of my marketing ability, my business side. That's why sometimes I only take one project. You don't need 100 projects to be on someone's radar. Mm-hmm. So it was my ability to sell out movie theaters, to do different business things. And that's what people learn the business. Talent's not enough. Talent nowadays is like having a beautiful car with no engine. You ain't going nowhere. That's right. So learn the business, because the business will save you a lot of headaches and a lot of confusion.
And I'm learning now with this, even though it's a non-union film, I'm learning actors agreements, and I'm learning production agreements and all this kind of stuff.
And I want to share a story. Not to cut you off, I want to share a story that I told a friend of mine, but he didn't listen. So, non-union, union, doesn't matter. It takes 5 minutes for them to sign the contract, and this is something you don't know. If you do a film, and I come on your set, let's say I'm an actor or I'm doing catering. If I don't sign anything, I have the same rights as the person that wrote it. Now let that sink into you. If I'm on your set and say you get a deal, so what happens to my friend? My friend did a project. I told him to get everybody to sign, but he's kind of comfortable. So let people sign. He's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. A distribution company, a major distribution company. Matter of fact, Lionsgate wanted to pick it up. The deal died because 2 actors did not sign that he had a falling out with. And the deal was worth 6 figures. So get your contract signed.
Yes.
Because if you ever falling out with somebody or anybody, sign no contract. Because they could come in and be like, nah, we ain't doing no deal. And then the deal closed. So have people sign no contracts. It don't take that long. If y'all need contract, go online, Google film contracts. There's like tons of them.
That's what I did.
So yeah.
So and that's the contract, the agreement for them to be on that production, correct?
Yeah, for actors, for anybody. But you want everybody whoever's on your set, you need to sign a piece of paperwork.
Okay. All right.
Even the catering, you need to sign, because if you don't realize, like, those contracts will save you a lot of headaches because you don't know how big your film gonna be. So like my friend, he didn't realize how big his film was gonna be. So when he got that deal, and 2 actors was like, nah, we want more money. Now your deal died because the company's like, listen, you should have took care of this. And now the deal is gone.
All right. Well, everybody that's watching that's on my team, y'all know y'all get ready to get some contracts over there. Y'all know that's all I do is work and type all night long. Yes. Okay. Because I thought it was just the actors and the production team, but it's actually everybody that's involved.
Everybody.
Okay.
Whoever's coming on your set to help out, they need to sign.
All right. Sounds good. So what would you say to an aspiring actress or actor? Let's go down the line. Aspiring actor or actress, aspiring writer, and aspiring filmmaker. What would you say to them? Some words of wisdom.
So the first thing you want to do is know yourself. A lot of times we go into our own trauma and we're trying to live our dreams. It's best to deal with yourself. The reason why I've been so consistent is I dealt with my trauma already. Because it's hard to have one foot in and one foot out, because then you're going to miss your blessings. So first, deal with your own trauma. Deal with your own stuff. Because what happens is you're going to wind up meeting somebody, having a situation, it's going to wind up ruining it because you didn't deal with your own issues. So take care of that first. The second thing is make sure you really want this. Because just because you have talent don't mean you really want this. A lot of times people say they want this, but their actions show different. Because, like I said, you got to really want this, because this industry is really rejected. Like, I get so many no's that's not even funny. But I realize it's part of the process. And then the third thing is know the business. With anything, know the business. Back in the day, before internet and this digital era, we couldn't really do what we could do now. Now you have no excuse. Anybody can make a film. It's people making feature films with iPhones and everything. Yeah. So know the business. Go on YouTube, search. There's so many. We upgrade our clothes, our phones, but we don't upgrade our mind.
Wow.
You have the biggest thing in your pocket called a phone. Google, everything is there. But sometimes we don't want to do the research because we want to ignore the fact. We want to stay in our comfort zone. So when you asking yourself, especially with COVID going on, COVID is a perfect opportunity to really look at your life and reflect. You'd be like, no, I want more out of my life, because no one promised them all. So do your research, study. I know you just want to be an actor. I know you just want to be a writer, but being a one-trick pony is not going to work, especially for Black and brown people. We got to do the most. We got to do 10 times better than our counterparts, Caucasians. So you want to do 10 times better, work 10 times harder, because this is the situation that we're in.
Okay. And and you started out in music, and there are some people who are interested in just writing music for film and everything. Is that something that could be a good career for a writer or a musician? Some people.
If I was a writer doing music, what I would do, because this is the thing, you can't just do one thing no more. Like it's, because at the end of the day, I know people that are going to be more talented to me, but would never out hustle me. The hustle's so separate. So if I was a writer, I could contact some filmmakers, say, hey, listen, let me write or saw one of your short films for nothing. Build your credit up. Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about the opportunity. A lot of people chase the money and they get nowhere. Money's going to come regardless. If you want to chase the opportunity, build yourself up. Because at the end of the day, if you're asking for this amount of dollars for your music, but you never did nothing, that don't make no sense. In your mind, you think you're worth value. But if I research you and you haven't done anything, that's just in your mind. That's it. You got to prove the concept. So yeah, I would reach out to you, reach out to me, say, hey, I got some music. I want to produce it. All right, send it to music and then go from there. But be aggressive. Now you see what's going on with the world, with the Black Lives Matter, and now they want to give us holidays and do this. Only because for so long, we've been on defense. Now we're on offense. You got to do the same thing in your career. You got to be on offense. You can't be waiting for someone to give you something. Be on offense. The more you do for yourself, the more people do for you.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you say that because I had I met some people at the 5 years ago at Taste of Theater in Chicago, and we became very good friends, his wife and I and him. And they actually are flying here to film my movie, and just the whole team working together. And I tell you, the way they put the package together, I just couldn't believe it. But I also started being able to say, this is what I want. This is the look that I want to see. And he called and said, I want to send my stuff to your house, and I have a drone, and I said, you got a drone? So now I'm looking at the Black Magic cameras and stuff they got, and they look like little toys to me. And I'm not interested, truthfully, to be behind the camera, but I am interested in making sure that it looks the way I want it to look. And I know my lane. Like you said, know yourself. Know what it is that you really want to do. I find joy in writing, acting, and I want to know that it looks good. And I'm okay with that. But I also am trying to learn the business aspect of it. Now I'm putting my career, my degree of marketing and contracts together so that it can actually build, because I need multiple streams. We can't just stay here. We got to, and I learned that hanging out over there. So I appreciate you, and we want to know what's on the burner. I know you said Lola 2, and Lola's getting ready to be a series, but do you have other movies and TV series coming out? There's Lola 2 on Survivor.
Actually, since I can't film nothing right now, I'm actually working with Eugene Walker, my partner, on an animation feature. So the animation feature, we're working on a teaser now. The film should be done by next year, or starting next year. So I have the animation feature. This COVID, we did like 10 projects already, trip-wise.
Crazy? I tell people all the time, COVID did not affect me at all. I'm just excited. It actually helped me. Yeah. So where can they reach you at? Where can everybody that's watching and reach you at? There's some aspiring writers and actresses and stuff. They probably want to inbox you or email you or something. Where could they reach you at? And where could they get some of your short films that are available?
Yeah, if they go to my website, AntoineAllenFilms.com, everything is there. Everything you want to know about me. And then all the aspiring actors and writers that want to contact me, they go to the website. And then just really just, if you really want this, just really get out your comfort zone and really understand that you have the power to do whatever you want. Don't listen to those people, the noise that tell you that you can't. It's just that you have to believe in yourself, because no one's going to believe in you.
Well, Antoine, we really appreciate you giving me your time today. I am so ecstatic. And it's amazing because I'm going to take a season break, so that I can continue writing and filming and fulfilling these contracts I have. So I'm so happy and honored that you found the time, and we found the time to have you on the show. I dreamed of it last year. And so now he was like, well, how come I wasn't on the show? I was like, God, golly, I'm always talking about him. And Scott looked at me and said, you really are always talking about him. You should have had him on the show. But I'm so grateful that you're here because I'm at another place. I'm matured because of you in the industry, because of other people. But there are some, and Trey Chaney helped me along the way, but there are some people that the ground that I stand on today, as solid as it is, it was because I had solid people around me. And that makes me solid. And sometimes I get a little off key and off balance, but there are people who can say, come back, get out of your emotions. You're angry. Calm yourself down, go to sleep, call me back in 2 days and we'll fix this. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you allowing me to be a part of your team, your actresses, and actually you mentor me in ways that you have well, you know now because you see what I'm doing. You have helped me to get where I am today. And everybody had a beginning, and I will never, ever, as long as I'm alive, forget the first set that I first got an IMDb credit on you were filming and I was under your direction. So I'm eternally grateful to be a part of your team and a part of your life. And thank you for being with us.
Yes, and thank you so much. And the reason why is because you're talented, your passion is next to none, and you're a great person. Being a great person and being talented together is a beautiful combination.
Thank you, Antoine. Thank you so much. And with that, y'all, we're going to have to end our show. Until next time, keep giving, keep living, but most of all, keep loving. And that's SaySoRadio. Happy birthday to you, Wendy. Thank you, Antoine.
Say so, radio. Say so, radio. What you say, who the hottest on the airwaves? Say so, radio, shutting down the headset. Who about it, the hottest topics on the streets? Got the market talking about it from the DM to the V. Pass the visuals round the table like a hot potato. Step to the mic and don't let it go. But you say so, they give the credit where it's due. WLVS, ha, nothing but the truth. Say so, radio, say so.